Hey, what's going on, IU Insiders? Welcome back. In this video, I'm going to dive into how to customize your tax-free tools funnel. Some of you guys, obviously, we give you the starting point. Some of you guys want to make customizations to it. Some of you guys want to put your face on that funnel, and some of you guys want to do some stuff that's a little bit more advanced than others, and that's okay. So let's show you how to do that in a way that allows you to have better control and does it in a smart way. All right, so let's shortcut some of the learning process here and simplify this down. So we're going to jump in. We're going to go to Sites. And under Sites, we're going to go to the tax-free tools training. Okay, so obviously we've got the funnel here. We got all kinds of stuff here. And let's say you want to make this your own. So here's what I would suggest you do. Okay, go ahead and you want to make this your own. Cool. Let's do this. Okay. What I want to do is I'm going to click on this button, and it's going to say clone. Okay, and it's going to give me the ability to clone. It'll have copy on the end of there. I'm just going to leave that. I don't need to change it. You can obviously call it what you want. I recommend putting it as something that's memorable for you, right? It's going to take a second to load here. Okay, I'm still thinking about it. Okay, now here's an important step. Okay, I covered this when we went through the domains, and if you jump to here, you'll skip that. So I'll go through it again here. But what I want to make sure you do is make it so that your domain, when you set it up here, doesn't have not jargon, but gobbledygook numbers in the URL itself. So we're gonna hit edit here. All right, so we're just going to click on that. Okay, I'm gonna hit settings, and I've got this domain here. I'm just gonna hit remove. Okay, I don't need a domain on this funnel. Because I'm customizing the other one. Okay, I don't need to have it here. Okay, it doesn't need a domain anymore because I'm not going to use it. I'm going to I'm going to build a different one. So I'm going to grab this, okay, and I'm going to come in here, and now I've got my copy. So I'm going to hit settings, and let's just call this what I want it. I'm going to call it my TFT, my tax-free tools. Okay, and I'm going to put my domain back on here. Okay, emron.taxfreetools.com. This is the one that we plug. The tax-free tools is the one we plug in for you. In a previous video on that domains video, I showed you how to add your own custom domain. So if you want to have your own custom domain, you can do that. You can do that. You can choose that one, or you can use the tax-free tools, whatever kind of suits your fancy here. So I'm going to choose the tax-free tools and hit save. Okay, and notice it didn't create any trailing code here or trailing numbers because it's a unique URL still. It's here instead of on the other funnel, right? So now this is the one that has the domains that I need. All right, so now that's kind of all set up, ready to go. Okay, now here's the fun part. I hit edit, and I generally open a new tab in the event that I need to come back here for whatever reason. And now I can do all kinds of stuff. All right, and excuse me one second. There we go. And so now I can come in here and I can change all this. Okay, so if I were to change something, okay, I would record my own video, plug a video in here. I might change this, how to create foundation for tax retirement without any additional financial outlay. Maybe you want to add a little bit more compliance to this. Maybe you would say with, potentially, no additional financial outlay, right? And then we can come over here and change the desktop size so that that fits better. And then, maybe on this one, I don't want a video. I don't really care for video. So I'm going to add an element. I'm going to put an image in. Select an image. So I'm going to click on this, and then over down here under image options, I can click on this guy. Okay, and it's going to give me open up my folder here, and I'm just going to kind of dig through. Maybe I've uploaded a video or another image before. Maybe I haven't. Let's see here. Where's my next? I thought I had more here. Anyway, let's go all. Let's go backgrounds. Let's see what we got in backgrounds. Nothing. Oh, look at that. Let's go to Unsplash. Let's see what they got on Unsplash. I'm going to look up finances. And look at that. I got all these images here that I can grab. Let's do this. Boom. Now I've got an image. I've got a headline. Register for the free training. Boom, boom, boom. I can change some of this out. Maybe I've got a different logo. Maybe I've got my own company logo here. So I'm going to grab this. Come back down in here. Hit this edit button. Relocated. And oh, here's my logo. This is just a placeholder, but we'll just throw that in. Okay, and then let's see here. Well, we'll probably want to do that down here as well, right? So I'm just going through and just messing around with some things so you can kind of get a feel for how this looks, right? Well, this kind of looks like how this interacts. Okay, and now I can hit save. Yeah. We do want to make sure that you do this. So if you change the header here, go ahead and just hit save, and then actually, well, yeah, hit save. Yeah. So yeah, hit save. Okay, now watch this. The header is it's what's called a global header. You put it in one place, it goes throughout the rest of the funnel here. So you'll see here if I go to this next page, present, I should have, maybe I won't, maybe not on this one. I might have a different logo here at the top. but it should, you know, if you've used the same header throughout, it will update. So if I go all the way to the bottom here, yeah, there you go. There's that placeholder that I just put in on that first page. So that's kind of how that works. Obviously, you can do stuff here. Now, this one's always an interesting one because people say, hey, well, this is Doug's video. You know, this sales letter talks about Doug. How do you go about doing that? It's very simple, actually. What I would do is I would just copy this and then copy that, and then I would move this down, move that down, move that down, move that down, move this down as well, and then say, okay, so here's what I wrote. Congratulations, here's your free training. Watch this short instructional video to get the most out of this training. And then right here, I would just click on this and put in my own little video. You can grab from YouTube, Wistia, Vimeo, Embed. You can actually do a hosted video, and you can actually upload your own videos here. So you can upload a video right into the system, and it'll show up here. And on this video, what I would recommend you do is you say, hey, my name is Bud, and I want to thank you for registering for this free training on how to have a tax-free retirement. Now, one of the things I want to show you is actually comes from my mentor, Doug. And Doug has taught me so much about tax-free retirement and how it actually works. Years ago, I was trying to figure out how do I do this? How do I minimize taxes? How do I, quit paying so much in tax every year? And how do I really have more income during retirement? Well, I figured out this really cool strategy called Index Universal Life Insurance, and I joined I actually ended up starting to sell it because yada yada yada. And you tell your story, and then you introduce Doug, and you say, hey, and Doug really helped me understand how this stuff actually works, and that it needs to be done correctly. And so I want you to watch Doug's video, and Doug will give you some really good ahas into how this actually works. And you can just do as long or as short as you want. I highly recommend just keeping it down to like 1 or 2 minutes, introducing Doug, introducing why it's relevant, and why you're kind of bridging the gap there, right? So that way, your face is bringing the value to the conversation, to your client, and now you're the hero in the story here, not necessarily Doug, right? Doug's the trainer, but you've gotten permission to use this with Doug and so on and so forth, right? So this is a video that Doug has given you access to help you understand the tax-free retirement and those kinds of things. So that's a really cool way that you could, kind of approach that. And then obviously the back end here is get them to go book a consult. Now, you can customize these pages however you want. I just showed you some different ins and outs and ways that you can do this and how you can make this work, okay? So I'm going to leave this page. Don't need to save anything here. We're not, this is just an example. But I just want to make sure you understand. Once you've customized this page, okay, this is yours. So now the next steps with this is going to be taking this and promoting it and getting out in the world, right? And so with that in mind, make sure that if you update any of these links or anything like that, that we go back into the custom values and we update the custom values to be reflective of where we're sending people, especially for the schedule and the presentation page, because those are referenced throughout the email follow-ups all the time. So we got to make sure that those are accurate, okay? And so, yeah, as far as customizing this goes, right, you can do all kinds of stuff. Here's what I'll say, okay? You can go really crazy advanced with your funnels, or you can keep them really, really simple. And I'm just going to tell you, simplicity works, okay? It's okay to keep things simple. Don't feel like you need to customize anything, right? You tweak some things. Maybe you want to put your logo on there, maybe some messaging things, like all kinds of, there's so much possibility. Don't get hung up in the particulars, and don't get hung up in like, well, I want it this way or I want it that way. Like, just get it done and launch it, okay? You can always come back and tweak it later. Like, you can always do that. We've launched stuff that's not necessarily perfect, and then we come back to it and we relaunch it, all right? It's totally okay. Just to give you a couple things to kind of think about is kind of what I'm thinking here. Last thing I'll say with, kind of customizing things is if you see something out there that's a best practice or somebody that is successful and you're like, I really like that one, model it. Go look at it and see how can you plug it into your system and, make yours unique to you that you're modeling from success, right? Success leaves clues. And if you're picking up on the clues, you can be successful. You can find success too, right? Because you're picking up the clues of success and saying, hey, here's how I want it to work for me. Here's how I want it to work for me. And the most important part of that is that you're actually picking up the clues and you're doing something with it, right? So as you see stuff out there, as you see stuff that we do, see stuff that other IU insiders are doing or other, competitors or what have you, plug this stuff in. You can always tweak. You can customize as many of these as you want. My last thing I'll say, make sure that if you are customizing it, that you're actually marketing the dang thing. Okay, get it out in the world. Let people see it. We've run tests with ads and things like that. We know these pages convert. We know they do well. All of the messaging here is proven. It works. It's worked before. It's going to work again. Okay, this is good marketing stuff. This is really good foundational principles of marketing applied to this. So, if you're trying to figure out should I customize it or not, don't fix what ain't broke, right? Like, go put it out there, see what happens, and come back. Hey, if nobody opts in, okay, let's go tweak it. Let's change something. Let's mess with it and see what happens, right? Just in our most recent test on this, we're seeing anywhere from 30 to 43% conversion rate on this landing page. Okay, on the original version, not the custom one I just did, right? So that's pretty good, and that's cold traffic. People that have no idea who Doug is, right? They're totally brand new people to the world of the conversation, and this is their first interaction with it. So that's pretty good in as far as cold traffic stuff goes. So with that in mind, I hope that this helps you kind of break through and understand the customizing of the funnel. Again, there's all kinds of stuff that you can do. We talk about these things in our marketing calls and all that kind of stuff. So as you have questions, let us know. But this is kind of that's the kind of the steps that you'll go through to customize your funnel. So thanks so much for watching. Appreciate you being an IU Insider. And that actually concludes our module 1 of setting up the tax-free tool system. In module 2, we're going to go dive deeper into the CRM and how the CRM works and how it functions and why you want to really kind of dial that in and master it. So thanks so much. We'll talk to you soon.